You could almost cut the hate with a butter knife. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Timothy Apollo. Like, subscribe, share. Hit that Cash App button down at the bottom. So, let's talk about Kevin Samuels, okay? I'm kind of irritated because I'm noticing this guy's receiving a lot of hate, a lot of flack. And again, as usual, all this hate, all this flack is coming from people who look just like me and you. Okay, so Kevin Samuels, he's an image consultant. He's a relationship guru, and I'm gonna actually say he's a guru, unlike Derek Jackson, who turned out to be a straight hypocrite. Here's the thing about it. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about him stealing their talking points and everything else. I've heard Tommy Sotomayor speak upon that. I've heard Cynthia G speak upon that. I've heard Dr. Umar Jackson speak upon that. Now, I'm actually a Tommy Sotomayor fan, so this is no disrespect toward nobody, okay? Even if I'm not your fan. Do keep in mind, people, I am very objective, and I will continue to always be non-biased toward these things. Right is right and wrong is wrong, okay? Also, you do have to factor in my opinion, and there are a lot of facts that I would bring to the table, and I don't mind separating what's what, okay? Because this is what my channel is about. Now, here's one thing that just really pushed me over the edge with the situation about Kevin Samuels. So the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee and DJ Envy spoke a little bit about him, and there, I don't knock you speaking upon a person, but first of all, have a little bit of respect. Let it be factual, and don't be all the way biased. As we know, the Breakfast Club is completely biased. They're biased. They're hypocritical. They're just one sided, and I feel if you're gonna be one sided with something, then you shouldn't speak to a large swath of people about that. Okay? If you're going to be objective, then you speak to people. Keep in mind that the Breakfast Club is the strongest group of liberals that you have to comment on things like this. So I'm going to let you guys hear this little bit that came from the Breakfast Club, okay? And let me know what you guys think about after you hear this nonsense. And I'll explain to you why I think it's nonsense and the rest of the story on Kevin Samuels.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Karen. I'm from Ohio.
Oh boy, Karen. Another Karen on the line.
Oh, I'm not one of them guys.
I'm just messing with you, Karen. Go ahead. Who you want to give your homie to?
I want to give my donkey to Kevin Samuels. Can I tell you why?
Sure, yes.
I think that he openly degrades black women, and he preys on their insecurities that have been given to them in previous relationships and their naiveness. And come on, he gets the wittiest thing. Dr. Umar spoke on him on all that. He deserves donkey of the day.
Yeah, I think he's lame. I do think he's lame. I mean, what age are we where we're rating women and rating people? I mean, he's a grown-ass man. He's 50 years old. But the thing I don't understand is...
That's the thing.
But the thing is, which I don't understand is, why do women keep going to him? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Like I said, he plays on their insecurities that they've been given in previous relationships and their naiveness.
Yeah, because he looks about...
It seems like he hates women. I don't know.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they used to hang around the Hermes store and try to get clientele, just to try to get people, and he used to wear, dress up and stand outside the stores and try to talk to people. I've seen him actually a couple times. It's funny. But in Atlanta. But, I mean, I don't know why women still
Hey, back up. He said hang out outside the Hermes store?
Yeah, he used to try to hang outside the stores to try to get businesses. So he would hang outside the Hermes store and look for, I guess people with a little bit of money and try to talk to him and try to be a stylist or whatever he was trying to do. I see him out there once or twice. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's weird.
My salesperson from the Hermes store had to remind me, like, you don't remember?
All right. Stop. I couldn't listen to no more of it. First of all, Angela Yee is the weakest link on that. She has no mind for herself. The personality, in my opinion, isn't quite right. to be giving lectures and valued thoughts on anything. Okay, the intelligence, and I'm not saying this because she's a woman. Okay, because I think a lot of women are actually pretty intelligent, minus Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club. Okay, DJ Envy, sometimes he makes valid points, sometimes he's non-biased, but most of the time he falls right in because it's that same crowd of thinking there, since he's around blacks, because DJ Envy isn't black, okay? As Charlemagne even had to ask him, but again, if you're that mindset, then you've got to have that opinion for that mindset, okay? I haven't heard nothing from Charlemagne the God yet, and I look forward to hearing that so I can talk about him. Now, here's my thing. First of all, I don't even know where to start at with this, but let me say this. First of all, these women go to Kevin Samuels. They call his show. Kevin Samuels have had couples to call his show and to be counseled through their marriages and solve problems. He's actually had a couple of people on there to get married through him. Okay, I've heard people call the show and say thank you. Now my thing is this right here. I heard DJ Envy say, well, he used to actually stand outside the show and dress up, stand outside the store and dress up and talk to people. Are you serious? So you're knocking the man for his hustle. Tyler Perry, okay? Tyler Perry slept in his car, from what I understood, leaving his car selling videotapes to people outside of the store. Are you guys serious? Master P sold music CDs out of his trunk. So you want to knock a man for his hustle. And see, this is my point. Like, it's people who look just like me, okay, who actually try to tear other people down. And I hate to say that because I've heard so many women say that, and I hate to say that, but that is a fact. Okay, seriously. Now, if I'd have kept on with that nonsense, with that rhetoric, that one-sided rhetoric that you was hearing right there, you would have actually heard DJ Envy utter these words. And when I heard this, I didn't even want to play it again. You guys can listen to the whole video on somebody else's channel, but actually here DJ Envy says, "Who hurt him? Somebody must have hurt him." Excuse my language, people, and excuse the lack of better vocabulary, because there is none at this point right here. But DJ Envy, when he says that, he sounds like a bitch. Okay, seriously. And I really hate to use that word until I'm irritated. But I'm not irritated now, but literally, he sounds like a bitch when he says that. Well, gee, who hurt him? Somebody must have hurt him. Anyway, my thing is this right here, people. Another thing I don't like, okay, is that when Kevin Samuels started to grow, okay, when his channel started to develop a lot of subs, a lot of subscribers, then that's when everybody has something to say. Now, I don't knock it, but what I do want to say is this. His sexuality isn't what's significant. It's not, okay? It's of no importance. It shouldn't be of no importance. People call his show for the advice, okay? So quit trying to throw stones at the man because he may or may not be homosexual. Whatever, that's his business, okay? And my thing is this. With the women, okay, with the women who call this man's show, nobody makes them call. He has a disclaimer, and he let them know, and they know who he is and the way he goes about it. Honestly, I think he's quite respectful when they allow him to be. A lot of women get on there. He's better than me because y'all know I be calling these. Y'all know I wouldn't have the tact that he's utilizing. Okay, I would not. The man is classy. Okay, the man is respectful. Okay, and obviously these black women who are calling him, because that's what the issue is. The thing is that, first of all, let me say this. If you heard the woman on there, she said, Who is he to be rating? He's got a rate. In what world do we? I think Envy said, "In what world do we live in where we're rating women?" Women have been rating men since the dawn of time. Women marry off of rating men. Okay, women choose boyfriends. Women choose protectors, providers off of rating men. But see, the problem is that this is being done to black women. But no. Black women are doing this to themselves. They call Kevin Samuels' show. Okay? He doesn't make nobody call his show. Seriously. And that's where the problem comes in at, is that Kevin Samuels is putting all women on notice, especially the women who call into his show, which are mostly black women. See, in the black community, you can't critique the sacred cow, which is a black woman. And I've stated this before. You cannot do that unless you're following their narrative, unless you're saying what they want to hear. Kevin Samuels, he does the same thing that women have been doing since the dawn of goddamn time. Okay? He's giving them a rating system. They give us a rating system. They make songs. I don't want no scrub. A scrub, this guy don't get no love from me. Hanging in the back. Anyway, y'all know the song. Okay? Women make songs. If you listen to the majority of the songs that women are making, they're talking about no good, cheating men, and all the above. Okay? If you look at YouTube videos, if you look at Instagram, Twitter videos, they're rating men. Most of the time, they'll be rating men because of a lack of what they feel to be, what they feel to be conducive to what they want as women. So you mean to tell me you guys have an issue with Kevin Samuels rating women who call a goddamn show where you rate women? Get the hell out of here. Again, that's the problem, okay? Kevin Samuels is putting black women on notice. And if you're not telling a 400, 500 pound black woman that she's thick and beautiful when she's not, then there's gonna be an issue, people. Okay? Seriously. Hell, how can you get mad with Kevin Samuels when, say for example, if a woman calls his show, he's gonna ask her, how many kids do you have? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? These are the damn things that women look at. These are the damn things that I guarantee you as a woman, if you're watching this video, if your girlfriend says, I got somebody I want you to meet, the first few questions you're going to ask, girl, how he look? Does he work? No, y'all don't say does he work no more. Y'all ask, does he have money or does he make money? Okay? So how can you get mad with a man who visibly has a show for that? And then not only that, but if you're gonna get mad with Kevin Samuels, get mad with your health providers, okay? Because one of the things I noticed that he uses is the BMI chart, okay? The body mass index chart. And I love that because he does what I do. He brings in facts, okay? He brings in educational views off of it. He tell these women, according to the BMI chart, you are obese. The doctor would tell you that. So you're going to be mad with a black man for telling y'all asses this, but you ain't going to be mad with the doctors who tell you that. You ain't going to be mad with the doctors who actually have come up with a universal chart for this. Get out of here. The problem with this, and I'm just going to just shoot straight from the hip. The problem is that the black community has an issue whenever they see another one who looks like them, okay, acquiring status, acquiring popularity. Kevin Samuels been doing this, but when his views shot up, everybody had to say. People was hollering about he's still in talking points. People was talking about he's gay. People was saying that who is he? You got radio personalities, mixed radio personalities, such as DJ Envy, okay, talking trash about the man. People, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is one thing I agree with women on right here. We shouldn't tear each other down, okay? If Kevin Samuels was a woman, which there's been plenty of black women out there doing this, nobody would open their goddamn mouth, okay? But since he's a man, and a black man who's being successful at what he does, and he's putting black women on notice. He's not sitting there like Derrick Jackson. See, Derrick Jackson was doing the same thing. Okay? Derrick Jackson wasn't, but Derrick Jackson was a so-called relationship guru himself. Only difference was that Derrick Jackson would sit there and cater. Derrick Jackson would sit there and do the same thing, like I said before, that Steve Harvey does, and just be non-objective, just be biased to what black women wanted to hear. And like I said again, as long as you're doing that, okay, as long as you're doing that, you are okay. But the moment you're being objective, the moment you're being logical, and it goes against what the sacred cow of the black community wants you to say, which is the black woman, then there's an issue with it. Okay, well look here, y'all. I've been on this video long enough. My name is Timothy Apollo. Like, subscribe, and share. Again, hit that like button. But I just want to tell you guys this. One thing you guys have to realize, okay, that regardless of what this man's sexuality is, what he's saying makes sense. Okay, what he's saying is, hey, look, these are the facts. But most importantly, he goes to show y'all one thing. He goes to show y'all one thing. And again, that's regardless of what his sexuality is. This goes to show you guys that masculinity is under attack. I keep telling you men this. Regardless of which way you go, masculinity is under attack. So now we can't rate women. Now if a bitch is 300 pounds, then we can't tell her. Now if she's got that little kid or 2 kids, we can't say, oh, that lowers your value. But a woman can say it to the end of time. Masculinity is under attack.